Hey everyone, Sparks back with another Goddess Victory Nikke video, and I want to talk about the survey that just went out earlier today. We've gotten a lot of these over the course of the game, which I think is fantastic that Shift Up is looking for so much direct feedback from the community. A lot of games don't do this, and so I think it's really important to take the opportunity to fill out these surveys whenever possible. I haven't shared my results every single time. I did once, like quite a while ago, but this is right after the 1 year anniversary, and I think this is like one that's kind of important to share my thoughts with. Not only the development team, but also with you guys on how I think the game is doing. And also, if any of you guys have not already filled this out, I would definitely encourage everyone to go fill this out. If nothing else, there's 300 gems in it for you, so go ahead and do that. Also, congratulations to Nikke on winning an award at the Korean Game Awards, and that's why we got free 10 rainbow tickets as well today. It's been crazy. We've gotten so many gifts for this anniversary. It's just been completely wild. Anyway, let's go ahead and talk about my results for this survey, or my responses for this survey. So question one was like a demographic question. We're going to skip any of those. I think there's a few later on as well. Question two, how do you feel about your overall experience with Nikke? I said extremely satisfied. Now, that does not mean that I think the game is perfect. Nothing is ever perfect, right? I mean, and there are things that could be improved about the game, and I'll talk about some of my suggestions for improvements a little bit later on in the survey. But overall, I think it is just an extremely satisfying experience. Like, the game started off super cool, and it has just improved exponentially over this first year of existence. It's a unique concept. It has fantastic character design. The combat is fun. There's stuff for casuals as well as hardcore gamers. We've got new content really consistently. I mean, it's amazing. The voice acting, the music, I'm very, very satisfied with it. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I think that probably, if we're being honest, most of us are very satisfied with this, or extremely satisfied. All right, question three. What is your overall evaluation of Nikke's first anniversary version? And I again said extremely satisfied. This has been one of the best events in the game. It's very similar kind of in vibes to Overzone. Well, maybe vibes is actually the wrong question, because like the storyline is pretty different, although they're both a little bit depressing. But it's just been a fantastic event, right? Like, we've had so much content, so much free gifts thrown at us, two amazing new characters, one of them being free. Like, Small White is so cool. We'll talk more about her later on as well. Red Hood is just freaking cracked. It's insane. And that mini game, I think, honestly, low-key, the best part of Anniversary might have been Mog. It's so much fun. So yeah, I am extremely satisfied with the anniversary version. Okay, so question four is, how satisfied are you with the recently introduced characters? So I already mentioned this just a little bit. On Red Hood, I said extremely satisfied. Now keep in mind, this is not how powerful you think the characters are, although Red Hood is extremely powerful. This is how satisfied you are with them. And something I want everyone to keep in mind is that it's okay to sometimes have lower power characters. If everything's good, nothing's good. I don't know if that will make sense. Maybe some of the game developers and designers out there who hear that might know what I mean. But everything's like a little relative, right? And so it's okay to have some characters that are not good as far as power level goes, but there are different reasons to be satisfied for characters, right? It could be power level, it could be just unique mechanics, something that's fun, good visual design. There's a lot of different aspects that go into that. And just overall, I would definitely say I'm extremely satisfied with Red Hood. And then for Snow White Innocent Days, or Small White, I'm also extremely satisfied with her. I think she is a amazing character for a free character. My next video is going to be, my next Nikke video is going to be a full review of Small White. She's, very high power level for a free character, and a legitimately pretty good character in general. Again, more details on the full review coming. Make sure you subscribe so you don't forget that video, or you don't miss that video rather. And yeah, the next character it asked about is Curie. Now, I didn't actually poll for Curie, so maybe I should have said neutral, since I don't have any personal experience with her. I said satisfied. Again, she is considered to be a pretty low power level character, and that's not necessarily why I said satisfied as opposed to extremely satisfied, but I just feel like her mechanics, I mean, even the things she's trying to do, I feel like just like aren't really that relevant. Maybe they could have made her a little more useful. We'll see. Maybe we'll get another DPS that will really benefit from Curie, and then it'll be like, oh, actually, she's like super good design. But, I'm not saying she's terrible, and I thought she was a fun character, but I said only satisfied for her, as opposed to extremely satisfied. Okay, question 4. How satisfied are you with the recent introduced okay, never mind. I almost thought I was rereading that. How satisfied are you with the recently introduced characters Naga? Again, I said extremely satisfied. Also said extremely satisfied for Tia, and they kind of come as a package. And I think it's really cool to once in a while have these characters that are kind of dependent on having their teammate. And they can be used separately. I did a full review of each of those. I'll put a link to that in the description below as well, so you can check that out if you haven't seen that. But kind of like with the bunny girls, I think it's really interesting to have these characters that have a partner that unlocks extra abilities for them. I don't think we want all our characters to be like that. I don't even think we want most of our characters to be like that. But I think it's really interesting design space, and I think it's cool to every once in a while get these pairs. Also, it asked about Marshana. Again, this is a character that I did not pull for. I wanted to. I think she's good. I think she would have been really helpful for me in this last raid, although I did get the top 3%. I was 1.4% at the end. I'm flexing that tier 3 frame at the moment. But I think I could have gotten a legitimately really, really high score if I had Marshana. But yeah, I think she's a well-designed character. She fits into the quick reload team, does some cool things, and so extremely satisfied with her. Her story was also pretty interesting as well. All right, question 8. What other aspects of the first anniversary version are you relatively satisfied with? So this is sort of more general about it. And I said the added unexpected stories in the event 3D map. I thought that was really cool when you pick up a relic and then it's a flashback recording to something. Some of those ones with Rapunzel, by the way, had no chill. That was they were not subtle at all with that. But anyway, and then I also said the new Tyrant level boss Ultra. I think it's a really cool boss, pretty fun. I think they always do a really good job on boss designs. And then the first anniversary decorations in the outpost, I think it's really cool. I mean, it's a small thing, but every time they have a big event, like Halloween before this, when you have those changes in the outpost, it just keeps things, a little more interesting, and things are happening, even if it's not direct content. You know what I mean? And then I said the story campaign chapters 25 and 26. I mean, the campaign is so interesting, and I've been anticipating these for a long time. I'm kind of slow playing it. I'm probably not even halfway through 25 yet, but even so far, the continuation of the story has been super top-notch, and it's always interesting to see what happens next. So definitely love that. And then my last or fifth option there for that question was the mini anniversary event, Happy First Anniversary. It was pretty fun, just having a little story-based thing that you go through, kind of similar to what they did with April Fool's Day, I think they did. So those are always fun. And then we got the cake. By the way, I didn't open my cake. You don't get that great of stuff out of it, but it's just a fun little thing. All right, question 9. How satisfied are you with the recently introduced costumes? And for Privity, I said extremely satisfied. I definitely like it when we get these costumes included with the passes. They're super good value, and I think this Privity one is beautiful. And Privity is one of my more favorite units to use anyway, so I love what they did with that. And then for the Dorothy Nostalgia, I said satisfied. I think it's an amazing skin. It's really cool with what they did with her, flashbacks and changing her costume, and then she has the little doll. But I said satisfied just because I think the costume gacha is inherently a little flawed, and again, I mentioned that later on. There is value there, but it's just it still has some problems. I think it should be available from the first pull. And anyway, so I just said satisfied for that. Haran Banquet Witch, again, I said extremely satisfied. Again, she's part of a pass. You get a lot of extra value there. And I think the costume itself is super cool. Haran already looked good in her default costume. She looks excellent in this one as well. And I have her in my lobby at the moment. Question 10, multiple choice. What do you think about the temporary participation function? So this, at first I was like, what are they even talking about? But I believe this is talking about the test units that you can do in the shooting range. So you could use Red Hood before you pull her, and I think they're going to continue to give us the new unit to try out in shooting range before we can pull for her, and she already is at level 10 skills. So a couple things I said about that. Overall, I would say I really like this function. I think it's great that they're allowing us to do this. So the first thing I said was I hope more trial functions can be added to the Union shooting range, such as a boss challenge. So I think that would make shooting range so much more relevant in general. I think being able to use the new unit is really cool. I think being able to select an element is really cool. But we're only seeing mobs of enemies, and so I think if we just had a single target boss to do in the shooting range, that would be super cool as well. Then I also said that it gave me more motivation to obtain the character. I was gonna pull Red Hood no matter what, but I just thinking forward in general, I think that being able to test the unit and do different squads is definitely something that could increase my chance of pulling for a unit, knowing exactly what it can do ahead of time. Okay, question 11. What do you think about manual play? And I said manual play brings more benefits and fun. I hope more manual play elements can be added. I'm not really casual. I mean, I'm definitely not like the super sweatiest player, but I definitely like things that are skill-based, and I like things that do have manual involvement. I don't want every single thing to have to be manual, but when I'm playing the game, most of the time I actually want to be actively engaged in the game, especially because Nikke is my primary game at the moment. So I do like more things that get benefit from me doing manual things. Question 12. What info about the game have you seen? Select all that apply. So there's a bunch of responses here. I said other online ads from download button, such as the Google Play Shop, the first anniversary live stream, Red Hood related content, such as cosplayers and Instagram and things covered on YouTube and other social media. The Red Ash theme song, the music, again, it's always bangers. I also said the official game's video and visual art. It's been super cool. We're getting so many desktop and phone wallpapers. I have the one of Red Hood looking up about to attack Cinderella as my desktop wallpaper right now. YouTube influencers and video content. That's me. So definitely there are other YouTubes that I enjoy watching as well. Twitch and VTubers play streams. Again, that's me. I stream all the time on YouTube and Twitch, and there are other streamers that I enjoy as well. We have a fantastic creator community for the game. It is definitely alive and well. And then Commander's annual battle report. That was really cool to be able to see a full report of all our stats and things. I wasn't expecting that, and I really enjoyed that. And then recommendations in the App Store and Google Play. Even though I already have it downloaded and installed on my phone, whenever I go look for anything else in the App Store, it's always maybe you'd like this. So I see it there all the time. All right, question 13. Which marketing events do you like the most? Twitch and VTubers and playing streams. Again, I just think that's the main way to consume things and enjoy it outside of actual direct gameplay. The first anniversary live stream, it was a huge improvement over the 6-month global live stream, and it was also really cool to be a little part of that intro as well. And then YouTube influencer video content, again, that's me. Thank you guys all for watching, and there are many other content creators that I also watch when I have the time, although I don't get to watch other content creators as much as I would like, just because, obviously other life things, and then I gotta spend time, making my own content. And then offline events such as anime events and things like that. I have not personally been to any physical in-person events that has Nikke stuff, but I would be so down. If anything comes to LA or something that's somewhat within travel distance, I would definitely hit that up. And I also think it would be really cool if they did an official meet and greet for content creators and things like that. That's definitely something that I'd be interested in participating in if you guys are watching Shift Up and community team. And then I said official game videos and visual art. Again, enjoy all that extra art content that they've been giving us. And then the Commander's annual battle report. Again, that was super cool. I enjoyed that a lot. All right, question 16. Which genre of games did you play the most in the past 6 months? So gacha games, obviously, Nikke, and there are a few others that I have played. Destiny Child went end of service, unfortunately, but I used to play that. I used to play Wotive a lot, although I recently stopped playing that. Nier Reincarnation, I play very casually. And then I play a little bit of Honkai Star Rail, and I am just starting a new mobile game that I'm actually pretty excited about. It came out right around the time of Nikke, and I'm planning to do at least a couple videos on it and see. I think a lot of Nikke players would like it, and so I might start covering it more in the future. And I don't know why more people aren't talking about it, honestly. And then also racing games. I play a lot of Gran Turismo 7. That was the main reason I bought a PS5, actually. And then action RPG games. It talks about Diablo, Devil May Cry, and whatever. For me, that would be currently Final Fantasy 16 that I've been playing. Getting close to the end of that game. I recently beat Odin, which was a crazy epic fight. All right, question 17. Which of the following games have you played? So I've played Fate Grand Order, although it's been years. Back in the day, I used to play it. Epic 7, I used to play for a little bit, although I stopped playing pretty quickly. Call of Duty, way back in the day, I used to play tons of Call of Duty, probably more than I ever should have been sinking time into. And then Honkai Star Rail, I of course have played that. You guys have seen me play it on stream. All right, Oh, more actually. Also, Fire Emblem Heroes. So I used to play Fire Emblem Heroes quite a bit, although it's been years since I've played that. Way back in the day, Fire Emblem games were like some of my favorites, like the console games and all that. And originally for Game Boy Advance, actually. Dang, I'm so old. All right, question 18. Which main chapter are you currently playing in the game? Chapter 25 and beyond. I'm currently in the middle of chapter 25. Which of the following best describes your activity? I'm a veteran player and play very often. Weekly logins, 3 or more days. I play every single day. I've not missed a single day of logging in since the game launched. All right, question 20, multiple choice. Which of the following aspects of the game do you have relatively stronger pursuit for? Kind of an interesting English translation there, but what are you most motivated to play? For me, definitely campaign stories is a big one. Also solo raid. I try and get good scores on that. In the last few of them, or several of them, I have gotten into that top tier. Also union raid. My union is continuing to get stronger every single time, and we currently have a wait list. If you guys are interested in joining my union, make sure you add me or join my Discord community, link to that in the description below, and you can request to join by sending me a DM. We are currently full, and we do have a little bit of a wait list, but eventually people drop out for various reasons, and so we're only getting stronger, and we're always happy to have new people when spots do open up. And then character growth, including skill levels and equipment. I definitely focus on the people that I use, and I like to build up those units as much as I can. And then completing daily missions. Every single day, I try and do my daily missions. There's been a few times when I haven't been able to, just because of like various life circumstances. I haven't completed all my dailies, but that's of course something that I try and do all the time. All right. Question 21. Fill in the blanks. This is an optional, free text question. Can you share the area where you believe the game currently falls short and needs improvement? So I had a few things here to talk about. I said, let's see, I think I got these a little out of order when I'm reading. Okay, so I think that a direct challenge feature to play against friends and the ability to spectate in matches would be super cool. So in Arena, I think that there should just be like more rewards available in general, more of a reason, more of a payoff to actually do well in Arena, particularly Rookie Arena. And I think having a direct challenge where you could just like put in someone's like game code and then like fight them would be really cool. And I think the ability to spectate in game, so you could like go also put in that code and like watch a fight happen, I think would be really, really cool, and something that I would really enjoy PvP a lot more. And like there's some cool things that I have in mind if they ever actually implement these features. I also said that more reliable protection against macro use if possible. They did have a big statement on that, and they did implement more things. I don't want to open up this whole can of worms again. I'm glad that they addressed it in some way, but I think that the protections could definitely be better ways of protecting and detecting macros. So if they could do that, that's better. Also, just better localization and spell check. It's gotten better, I would say, but every now and then you still see some really silly things. We shouldn't be having like random spelling errors or wrong words in the middle of like such a high budget game. Okay. Also, something that my channel members were mentioning in my Discord is something that I loved, this idea that I wished I put down there. And it was that there should be some type of like exchange for manufacturer equipment. So like a lot of people are starving for Pilgrim Attacker equipment, and they have tons of abnormal, right? So they want to be able to, like, if you could convert that, that would be great. Or if you're, in my case, you want to be able to convert your Pilgrim equipment to something else. And, I think it would have to be pretty costly. Like, maybe you need, maybe 3 matching other pieces of equipment to convert to, like, something else that you want to choose. Or maybe just, 5 or more manufacturer equipments in general, and then you could use those and then pick one other piece of manufacturer equipment, because you don't want to make it too easy. Obviously they're still trying to sell those manufacturer equipment selection boxes, and I feel like there should be somewhat of a grind for gear, and you want a little bit of RNG in there, but having some way, even if it takes a lot, to be able to convert to another piece of manufacturer equipment, I think would just be a huge improvement for the game, and players would just be so satisfied and thankful. It's crazy. All right, question 22, multiple choice. What official communities are you following right now? I follow Twitter or X. Like, it has X in parentheses, even though that's the official name because no one calls it that. And then, of course, the official Discord, as well as my own community Discord. And then YouTube, I do follow the official YouTube as well. And then, which platforms do you like Nikke stickers or emoticons to be added for? Honestly, this is not really a thing for me, but I guess I put Discord because like that's what I'm going to use more than anything else probably. And then question 24, multiple choice. Besides the official channel, what other channels do you mainly acquire game information from? Non-official Discord. So definitely like my own community Discord. There's a lot of really cool and really smart people and people who are really on top of news in the game just as much as me, sometimes more. And so I definitely get information there. And then video websites such as YouTube. Again, obviously, I've got all my own content on there, but there's also other content creators that I watch when I have the opportunity. And then in-game notices. You know, honestly, that's like the real source of truth, right? Like you can read, like every time there's an update, you can read all the fine print and things like that in there. And then question 25, multiple choice. What community activities have you participated in recently? Sharing activities such as sharing the Red Ash or Commander Annual Battle Report. So like I reposted that on X. And then quizzes, the first anniversary quiz event. I participated in that as well. And then question 26, how would you rate the following community activities? And the first one is sharing activities, such as the ones we just mentioned. And I said extremely satisfied. And then also quizzes, I said satisfied. I can't really give you a good reason as to why I wasn't extremely satisfied versus satisfied, but there you go. Question 27, multiple choice. Why haven't you participated in any community activities recently? It didn't give you an option to say that I had, so I just wrote in and said I have participated. So yeah. Question 28, which of the musicians / singers would you like to have them collaborate with in Nikke? It listed a ton of these people, and like 90% of them I didn't know, so I just wrote in that I didn't care. Like, I'm sure they're all cool musicians, and so far all the music that they have done already has been amazing. I just wasn't familiar with most of these people, so I just didn't know what to say. Question 29, have you engaged in any payment activities in the game? Yes. I'm generally a low spender, although we probably can't claim that too much now because everybody donated so much to the YouTube or the anniversary fund through like super chats and things like that. We got like over $400 into the fund, and I like blew it all on a bunch of really cool stuff in the anniversary. So thank you so much to all my viewers for that. But normally I'm a bit of a light spender. But anyway, so yes, I have participated in payment in game. And then I said, which payment method have you used? And I said the direct top-off purchase in like iOS or Android. I do it always in Android. And then it says, what are the reasons for not choosing to top up through PC or third-party gaming platforms? The main reason is that I just don't play on PC. But that wasn't even an option. So I had to write in that I didn't play on PC, but I also said it's not the official top-off platform in the game. I don't know. If it is not the official one, I probably wouldn't be comfortable doing that. But mostly it's just that I just play on my phone, so I do it through Android. Question 32. Under what circumstances might you be willing to try paying or topping up through the PC or third-party game payment platforms? And I wrote it in a response, other, if I played on PC. I just I just don't play on anything else, so it's all through Android. All right. Oh, did we already not cover these? I think I got one of these questions out of order. Question 5. Sorry, I got my screenshots out of order here. So going back in time for a second, what is your overall rating for the first anniversary story, Red Ash? I said extremely satisfied. The story really hits you in the feels. It's so cool to see more depth and backstory to all these characters, and then get to see Red Hood and the struggle she goes through, and the reveal at the end, and everything has been amazing. Question 6 was, what is your overall rating for the pixel minigame Memory of Goddess? Extremely satisfied. It's amazing. Honestly, they went way above and beyond for the minigame. I want it to be around all the time. And in fact, that's related to the next question. What are your expectations for future minigames? I hope that we can have permanent access to the minigames. Even if we can't get the rewards, which, you know, it would be nice if we could, just having access to the minigames all the time would be super cool, because they made it so good. Like, for that to just disappear would be a shame. Okay. What else? Oh, I also said for the write-in of the questions, I think I forgot to mention this, or maybe I did, but I said that the gacha costume still needs improvement. They should either make it less expensive, or maybe even more importantly, the gacha skin should be obtainable from the very first pull. Even if it's a very low chance, we should be able to get that skin right away. I think I already suggested this in one of their other surveys as well. Not even having a chance to get it from the beginning just feels kind of silly to me. Okay. So next question, I think this is our last one. What kind of benefits do you wish to see in the top-up shop? Again, this kind of isn't relevant to me, I guess. Mileage points. I don't know. You get mileage points in the Android store already, so yeah, I don't know. A lot of these payment questions just kind of didn't really apply to me that much. All right, so let me know if there was anything really important that you guys wanted to make your voice heard of on these on this survey. And if you haven't, I would definitely make sure you do that. We want to give them our feedback, and you want to get your free gems as well. And let me know if there's anything you really disagreed, or what your thoughts are on my responses for this survey as well. Okay, thanks for watching. This is already a super long video, but I wanted to, you know, get my feedback out there, and I think it's really important to talk about these things with the community. Subscribe to make sure you don't miss that Snow White review coming up in probably a couple days. And thank you so much for watching. I stream every day on YouTube and Twitch, and I'll catch you guys in the next video or stream.